Hey there, folks. I'm the Mysterious JG, and I want to welcome you back to Let's Play Mass Effect 3. Specialist Trainer isn't our type, unless she's exactly your type. And if so, I pity you. I've known over the years one or two individuals who, you know, heterosexual guys whose whole thing was they're just really into lesbians. Not even bisexuals, but specifically lesbians. To which I'm always like, well, how the hell is that going to work out to you being happy with a lady? Anyway. Speaking of being happy with a lady, it's time for Commander Shepard to do a mission. Okay, that didn't really work, but... it is time for us to, pop over and do another non-essential, like, you know, do another side kind of mission. And when we do that, we will have to face the choice between going around and clearing all the Reaper systems to make sure that we grab all the cool side quest type items you can pick up by searching Reaper systems. I'm basically scouting to see how many we've got to clear, and there's not that many. We've got one I've noticed that isn't already kind of cleared, and this would be two, so we'll probably clear it while we're there for this other mission. But after we finish that, we can probably come over to Arcturus Stream, although it seems like we went there before and we couldn't really search it for treasure. Oh, and there's other stuff like this. Was the Petra Nebula someplace we were supposed to go look for stuff? Anyway. We're going to do this mission here in the Ninmah Cluster. We'll search the Ninmah Cluster while we're here. And then maybe come mess with Arcturus Stream. Eventually we're going to hit the point where our only choices are DLC or curing the genophage. And I haven't really decided. I mean, obviously, if this was all of this was real, we'd want to hurry up and cure the genophage and reverse this horrible crime. But it's not. It's a video game, so I can pace it however the hell I want. I have done these two DLCs. They are actually the only two DLCs I've done. So neither of them is going to be new to me. I don't really know that either of them are going to be all that helpful as far as, like, do them early and use the rewards and the rest of the story missions. I don't remember enough about what the rewards are, so I'm not that worried about it. But, I don't remember the next big plot step after Cure the Genophage. But, I might want to do the DLC, kind of spread it out across the course of the series, rather than putting it all in right at the end like we did in Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 1. Especially since we won't have a choice. We'll have to do one of the DLCs close to the end. So, anyway, sorry, I'm just, like, flapping my gums. Let's actually get to the next mission, where we, well, we'll sort of scan the system and see if we can find cool loots. But our main goal is going to be to go find the team, the Sailor Scouts. We're gonna search for Venus and Jupiter, who went missing while they were arguing, and now Mercury, Mars, and Moon are concerned. The Outer Scouts don't give a shit because they're just fucking bitches and whores. Such an idiot.
Evasion successful.
So we'll search. We're leaving Maskimzul and heading for Mulazul. So the Fabulous Mula system and the Maxim system, which is both a men's clothier or men's magazine and also a super cool hero. It really doesn't seem like we actually get to search this system in the normal way, because there is no 0% found or anything. So I guess we just come straight to Utuku. Investigate the missing scouts, which may or may not require us to switch disks. Utuku. Although Utuku is habitable, extreme temperature and violent weather have discouraged colonization. Because the planet has little liquid water to retain heat, surface temperatures regularly oscillate between 70 Celsius to -60 Celsius. Utuku's vegetation is notable for having evolved flexible Central stalks to survive high-speed winds as well as leathery leaves to shrug off the planet's frequent sandstorms. Animal life is mostly confined to the planet's small oceans. Utuku has few valuable minerals. So it just doesn't really sound like it's, it's like you could live here, but why? There's not a whole lot going on here. Except apparently traces of Rachni activity. So, if I think there's going to be any interesting dialogue with anyone, I'll bring along Javik. I want to bring along Garrus. And you'll find out why. I forgot there's all these different outfits I can choose from. She could be even sexier. Is that supposed to be like a Cerberus uniform? Like that's turning her to Robot Miranda? I think I already switched her up. Yeah, I gave her like the extra boobacological outfit. I've got at least one viewer who's fond of her boobs. Oh, you just look fucking retarded in that costume, James. I will not do that to you. But we're not using this mission anyways. Who cares? Garrus, Javik, let's do this thing. Don't think I've ever taken Javik along for this mission. I'll be interested to see if he has any commentary on our enemies. So we're right at like neutral weight here. No power recharge bonus for keeping things light. But being able to carry 3 different weapons into combat, like I'm having fun with the sticky pistol. Not doing a whole lot with it, but yeah, the whole idea of having these to fall back on is just nice. I'm not having, with the ammo capacity boost and the incredible stopping power of the Black Widow 5, I'm not having that much trouble with ammo. But it's just really nice to have something to fall back on. Let's make sure that you've got the Black Widow 5 in the same... you don't need this to use the same... same stuff I've got on it, which is why I could give you the one that boosts damage and accuracy and makes it way more. I could definitely give that to Garrus. And piercing mod increases damage. Oh, I can't use 2 different barrels. So he's got the high velocity barrel. He can't also have the extended barrel. But I could give him the speeds perception. Does the sniper have a concentration mod? Yeah, I could do that. So this thing is doing like close to the most damage it could possibly do. Yeah, damage per shot from this thing, the way I've got it modded up for Garrus, is almost the maximum damage that a single shot connecting can do in Mass Effect 3. So that's pretty sweet. And the assault rifle, this is the same set of mods that I gave to James, and they were working pretty damn well for him. So let's leave that be. You definitely need to. I'm having a lot of fun with that particle. This whole particle rifle. And you know what? If you actually use this thing, maybe you'll be a little bit more effective. Armor piercing, extended barrel, precision scope. Let's go with the exact same stuff that we gave to old Garrus. Yeah, this is fine. Just looks a bit silly, but so that's basically the same. But they don't exactly have the same mods I do, because my mods are based on weight, and I don't think weapon weight affects them. And since any of your support characters are generally only allowed to bring in 2 weapons, and for the most part, 2 weapons, regardless of how heavy they are not going to be enough to cause problems for Shepard. It's only when you want to bring 3 that you have big issues. That all makes sense to me. Although with the really heavy sniper rifle, and then if I were to put that weight boosting, but also damage boosting barrel on it, that might actually, even with 2 weapons, be a bit heavy. So let's get out. Move on to our special powers here. Garrus, we were working on Overload. He's not quite at his next level yet. But Dude here, Javik, also known as Dude, he can actually get another level of this going. Duration and radius increase. Oh, man. Increasing duration. Wait a second, it's at 6 seconds? How is going to 8 seconds a 50% boost? If you want to have a 50% increase over 6, it would become 9 seconds. That's some bullshit right there. Impact radius by 2 meters, but you can only pull 1. Oh no, it's 2 targets. Yeah, okay, no, it is only 1 target. So basically this means if he misses, he's okay. I think another 2 seconds versus an increase in meter and radius. I might go with I think it'll hit more often if he doesn't have to be as dead on. Increase all damage targets lifted by pull by 25. I'm looking ahead now. Fix 25 per second to lift the targets. Ooh, I like that. As a matter of fact, that couples nicely with increasing the duration. Alright, Javik. I think we're going to have to try to get you to actually hit with this thing. So now we got 2 extra seconds of 58 damage per second. That's another 116 damage by pairing those two. Plus the damage you get just by using lift damage. I think lift damage, I don't know, somebody will tell me I'm completely wrong, but I think lift damage is better than expose. Because expose really only helps if you're paying attention to what Javik's doing and he uses pull and you start pumping rounds into the target while it's airborne, you're great. But generally, if you actually notice a target's airborne with pull and you start pumping rounds into them, they're gonna die. Because anything with enough life not to be killed by that has probably got shields, barriers, something that prevents pull from working. Yank an opponent helplessly off the ground. I still don't understand the difference between lift and pull, but whatever. And then we'll go with double pull, which sounds dirty. And so far, so good with the not making the switch discs.
Any updates, Shepard?
Our backup is waiting for us at the drop point. Arlac Company, Krogan Commandos.
That's correct, Shepard. They are an accomplice.
Yeah, I know that, 80.
Their decisive action in liberating a colony from Batarian pirates made them famous.
Yarr.
Good to hear. Other than that, there's been no word from a team of Krogan scouts since they went through the...
I wonder who the leader of this Krogan assault group will be.
In my cycle, we use the Rachni as living weapons.
You guys
Weapons?
wondering about this?
They were only animals then, without technology. Violent, but useful. When they became a problem, we burned 200 worlds to stop them.
Well, that wasn't
We don't know much,
forethought.
but no Rachni activity has been reported.
Wasn't he standing? Oh.
We let that last Rachni queen live on the condition she disappear forever.
Yeah.
She wouldn't risk everything to start a war.
Well,
Just be ready for anything.
maybe they've done a really good job of repopulating somewhere far away and are ready to kick the shit out of us. At any rate,
Yeah,
Yep.
shuttle just arrived.
Oh.
You better get moving, Team 2. See anything? Let
so
me
the
know.
Spike Seagull guy is in this game.
Grunt?
Shepard? Shepard!
I'll give you the most gentle tap I know how to give.
I could ask you the same question. Didn't those idiots lock you up?
They did. Put me in lockdown to keep the Batarians off me. Didn't want problems with the Council while they prepared for war. But the situation changed.
got real.
Yeah, they got bigger problems, all right. That's why I'm out here running Arlac Company.
Into the ground.
They're tough, think they're invincible. Reckless, but
Even the
effective.
members of Clan Voidface are joining. So I brought Javik because I wanted to hear his thoughts on the Arachni, who we will indeed be fighting. And in case he says anything like, Grunt, yeah, I've been living in your room. You're a pretty violent dude. And Garrus, on the off chance that Garrus and Grunt will exchange dialogue, because he's the only person that you can have with you at this point in the story who would have interacted with Grunt. I guess, Grunt, you know what? Liara and Grunt would recognize each other because Grunt was helping out with the Shadow Broker mission, but I doubt that they did anything with that.
Sounds familiar, Grunt. How did you go from being new and unproven to your own
Batarian Pirates, didn't I tell you?
Wasn't easy. When Rex put Arlac Company together, he needed a leader who represented the future of our species.
But Seth Rollins was
Thanks to
busy.
you, I completed my rite of passage on Tachanka and became part of Clan Erdnot.
/ Voidface.
I was an equal. And being the strongest, I was chosen to lead this honored company.
I like Grunt.
I bet some didn't like a tank-bred Krogan being in
I
charge.
killed them.
I collected a few scars earning my place here. These Krogan respect me.
So I've talked a little smack about this voice actor before. You know, I mentioned in Mass Effect 2 LP that I hadn't always been a huge fan, because I remember arguing with people on some geeky internet forum I used to belong to. I loved the people on that forum. It was great, but we were pretty much big geeks arguing about this. Like, somebody was like, this is my favorite voice actor ever. And I was like, son of a bitch, this is the only person you could have named that I wouldn't have just let it slide, but I can't stand this guy. But no, actually, I really love his work as Grunt, because, you know, I actually can't tell immediately that he's that same voice actor, which is like, wow, that's, you know, hey. I'm always giving this guy flack because all of his characters sound the same, but Grunt doesn't. And all of his characters sound good. It's just, you know, a lot of them sound similar to each other. But Grunt's fucking awesome. No one can replace Rex, but Grunt came pretty damn close. I think anybody who plays Mass Effect, the Krogans end up being their favorite species, even if the generic unnamed Krogan tend to be pretty moronic. But yeah, so Grunt, tank bred, and some Krogan were like, oh, I don't like that, and then, for the most part, though, Grunt's like, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, and they're like, yeah, you know what, that's actually kind of how we roll, so you beat the shit out of me, I'm good with following you from now on. So I'm glad, you know, we can say Renegade shit. Doesn't make much difference here. I mean, honestly, the way Paragon Shepard and Renegade Shepard talk to Grunt are very similar, because Renegade Shepard pretty much says, like, yeah, fuck, kill everybody, yeah, and Grunt's like, yeah! So they get on actually really well. Now, Renegade Shepard can do some profoundly evil things, especially when we get going on this Genophage plotline. But, you know, for the most part, I think Grunt doesn't become aware of that stuff. And he's sadly, like, all of the Mass Effect 2 squad mates who were not already part of the original Mass Effect. You know, we got there are some characters who are squad mates in all 3 games. Anybody who's introduced in Mass Effect 2 to be a squad mate, I guess this is a spoiler, but I'm spoiling that something that doesn't happen. None of them end up joining as permanent squad mates in this game, which is too bad. It's almost like they decided, well, we threw in too many characters, and because you really did have a ridiculous number of squad mates to choose from in Mass Effect 2. But Grunt, like all the others, we won't get him as a full-time squad mate. He'll be part of this little mission where he'll have his cameo appearance and talk to us, and it'll be funsies. And one of the DLCs I've never played brings all of them back to, like, have social interaction. But we have to enjoy Grunt while we can, folks, because this is, for the most part, what we're going to get in this game.
You were a pain in the ass, Grunt. But if you're Krogan or half the soldier you are, we might make it out of here.
Glad you're here to crack some heads, Shepard. Hard to believe this might be Rachni. Seems crazy.
He's probably excited about it.
Rachni. Chance to face the old enemy? Impossible to resist.
Yes, you are the
Yep.
one. The Krogan who occupied my quarters on the Normandy. You left your mark.
What? Who is this,
The
Shepard?
fuck, man?
You shouldn't be so anxious to face the Rachni. They were formidable opponents, even to my people.
You are a formidable opponent. What's that like?
Ask me later.
Whatever you say.
Who is that? Stephen Colbert? He's talking about formidable opponents.
We're here to find the scouts. I didn't see any signs of activity.
We're here to find the scouts.
Agreed. But this place smells wrong. Like a bad wound.
Yeah.
Our scans show the tunnels down there lead to a large central point. If we're lucky, it's a nest.
Sounds like fun. Just like old...
Garrus, I didn't notice you either.
Arlac Company, move out!
I think he goes,
Grab what you need, Shepard. Meet me at the scout camp ahead.
Sounds good.
Meet me at the Cherry Hill Temple. That's the scout
Take
camp.
what you need to move out.
I have a feeling that he goes, yeah. No, he goes, no matter who says something to him at that point. That's his only response. So whatever squad member you bring for that slot, you know, they say something that causes him to go, It's too bad, because I was kind of hoping he and Garrus would interact a little bit, but they didn't. So, you know, I could have brought James or anybody else. He might have said something different for Edie. I don't know. One nice thing about Mass Effect is that there's so many different dialogue possibilities that you can't kind of play. It does encourage you to play through the game multiple times and, you know, mess around and do different things. But if you're trying to see every possible permutation, you can sink your entire life into it and feel fairly cheated when, you know, okay, I'm going to load, restart the mission, and bring along, you know, Edie, and then Edie has, like, one word that she says to him, and he's like, her, and it's kind of like, whatever. So all my concerns about not having it, you know, about possibly this mission needed to be done earlier, I didn't think so. I didn't really think so, or we would have done it earlier. But as it is, now we're in good shape. We basically don't have to worry. We can save over any slot we want. Because until we get another set of, like, multiple optional missions pop up at once, and we don't know which ones are time crucial, we're not really going to have any reason to fear that we need to go back and redo anything. So that's cool. We get... I guess this... I was thinking this was our shuttle. I suppose not. This is their base, so we can salvage spare parts for credits. We can grab a pistol high caliber barrel. Green barrel's not gonna like this one a little bit. We can pick up a claymore. Be careful, they have claymore mines. That would appear to be a shotgun. Neither of our two guys here are the shotgunner, so we're not gonna worry about it too much. But I'm glad we picked it up. And, well, so we're almost at the end of a video. If I'm to check, I must have started after the half-hour mark, because I know I did a lot of just flapping my gums, but I don't feel like we spent an entire video's worth of time here. So our shuttle, like, I almost feel like, shit, should we go in the shuttle and chat with, I keep forgetting his name. Which is awful, because then I want to refer to him as gay guy, which is not appropriate. I mean, I know it's not appropriate. I hope that by referring to the fact that that's in the back of my mind as something to do, I haven't, like, offended anybody by the mere possibility, but no. It's like, it's either, like, I can't think of him as, like, you know, shuttlecraft guy. That's, I'm sorry, that's not the dominant personality trait that I think of for him anymore. He's actually a really sympathetic character, but I think at this point, when you don't go a romance path with him, I think we've...
The Krogan are overconfident. It's their weakness.
That's probably true. I'll give him that one. But yeah, I think when you don't do the romance path with that shuttlecraft guy, we've probably exhausted most of the dialogue we're going to get with him. But he continues to pop up, so I might be wrong. There might be a couple more conversations we get to have with him. Yeah, I guess they're... How do you mean their base is decimated? It's just kind of dirty. I mean, did the Rachni come in and, like, spread dirt around? Weapon bench. This would be for... You know, we've got new caliber. We've got new barrels and shit. I mean, I suppose we can go in and take a look. We got a new pistol thing. This would be the shotguns. I don't care. I'm not going to make a change for this. They should already be using the high capacity barrel too, because if you get an upgrade to one of the weapon mods that you're already using, you go from high capacity barrel 1 to high capacity barrel 2. That should automatically apply itself. So we don't really have anything to do here. If we continue to have access to this point, which we probably won't once we get into combat, this will be a free place to reset ammo. But I have been running into a lot fewer ammo problems since getting the, an ammo capacity boost for the gun. And just switching weapons. Although, I think they had the same base ammo capacity, but I haven't felt like I've been having any issues with ammo since we switched over to the Black Widow 2. Sorry, Black Widow 5.
Ready, Shepard. We're right behind you.
Well, that's true, now that I think about it. When I upgraded to a 5, that did increase the ammo capacity. So we'll look around in here. One last place to look for... Whoa! Damn it, that means I didn't get to talk to Grunt. Did I save after we started the mission?
Everyone all right?
Shepard! You in one
At
piece?
the Grand
Looks like we're all
Line!
okay. Keep in radio contact.
On our way!
Alright, well this would be the reason why we can't, Okay, well we did save, though. Yeah, but this would be the reason why we're not fighting with him, is they threw in a plot reason that we're separated and then just talked to him over the radio instead of in person. So I'm loading the game because apparently going in there to look for loots pushed things ahead. And I want to see, I'm positive that's going to be the only way to continue. But I want to see if there's anything I missed by going there. For I thought I was going down the path of loots instead of advancement, and it didn't work out that way. So, go in here and grab everything again. Didn't mean to do that. By which I mean I didn't mean to open up a screen. But I did, in fact, mean to go in and grab that thing. So we got those. There's no point in playing around with the shuttle other than saying, I don't want to call him Gay Guy, but I can't remember his name. Help! So we go down this way. There was some more loots off to the left once we get to their camp. Javik's going to say something about how shitty their camp is. Shitty camps are the Krogan's weakness. And we got some kind of dinosaurs going. Can't get out there because this place is devastated, decimated. It's their weakness.
Ready, Shepard. We're right behind you.
Oh, and we did miss something over here, so it's a good thing that we... This is a small little amount of credits, but still, it's worth grabbing. Okay, so this is the only path forward.
You ready to go?
Oh, good. There's an entire set of dialogue options we wouldn't have gotten had we, allowed the story to proceed like that. So that's cool. And what I'm going to do, we haven't obviously had a whole lot of action in this video, but hey, we'll get to action shortly, because as soon as we walk into that next building in the base camp, it's going to collapse and we'll be separated, and that'll probably spell Rachni ambush at some point. But rather than jumping straight into action next time, we're going to explore some dialogue trees with our old friend Grunt, who is arguably the most fun and enjoyable of the squad mates that you can get in Mass Effect 2. He's my favorite anyway. But I'm Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Mass Effect 3. Bye-bye.